All right, and welcome into Nysonger Field here in Germantown, Ohio for tonight's MVCC Game of the Week, week number 6. I'm Andy Horton along with Jared Bergstrom. Jared, we're just about ready for kickoff, but first, as always, we got to do our pregame picks. So this week we don't have any guest pickers, so it's just you and me.
That's
which
not a bad thing because they do better than us.
I was gonna say, frankly, Carrie and Tony, they always seem to beat us. So it's just you and me tonight. So maybe we get a break. So our first game on the slate, we got Springboro and Centerville. Jared, who are you going with?
We did Springboro last week. They looked slow, and that was against Fairmont controlling the ball for the whole quarter. In the second quarter, Centerville ain't going to do that. Centerville's going to score quick and fast tonight on the Panthers. I'm going to take the Elks.
Yeah, and well, when we went and saw the Elks play earlier this season, I think they turned the ball over 4 times, but they could have turned the ball over like 7 times. Definitely, like, they were sloppy with the ball, but they still won by 2 touchdowns. They're a great program, and they're just tough to beat. I just see the Elks winning tonight. Our next game, we got Miamisburg and Northmont. Jared, didn't that game actually happen last night?
Yeah, that was last night.
Yeah.
Miamisburg won a thriller.
Right, so we both ended up picking Miamisburg. It came down to the wire, and you were there reporting on it live, so good on you. Our next game, we got Springfield and Fairmont. This one is at Roush. Jared, who are you going with?
People might think I'm crazy for picking the Firebirds, but Springfield's quarterback has been an issue this year. They're down to a freshman quarterback for this week. Their starter and their backup are both out still, so I'm going to take the Firebirds in a close one.
All right, well, that's some new information to me. We didn't talk about this pregame,
I can't
so
tell you everything.
Right, so I didn't know that. I'm still going to go ahead and take the Wildcats. They had 3 really tough games coming into the season, and the last couple weeks they've kind of straightened things out, getting into conference play. So I think Springfield, they're going to be able to take this one. Next we got West Carrollton. They're actually staying at home because Stebbins is having issues with their stadium this week. So it's Stebbins and West Carrollton. Who are you going with, Jared?
I've lost too many games this year picking the Pirates, and nothing against Coach Parker and his staff. They're doing things right. They're just not capitalizing and winning, so I'm going to take the Indians. Well,
I am an Indian alumni, and after the struggles that this Pirates organization has had over the last couple of years, it's tough to pick them. So I got to pick with my heart and with my head this time, going with the Stebbins Indians. And then finally, the game of the week, the one that we're here for, Oakwood and Valley View here in Germantown at Nysonger. Jared, who are you going with?
I noticed it's superhero night here, and for the Lumberjacks to win, something heroic will have to happen, but I don't see it. It's homecoming night as well, and I think Oakwood's going to be left runner-up tonight. I'm going to take the Spartans to win again and stay undefeated.
All right, and well, I said last week, guys, that I am the president and CEO of the Caden Henson fan club, so I think that I can't pick against my guy. I'm going with the Spartans to beat Valley View tonight, and so that's going to do it for our pregame picks. We'll catch you guys right around kickoff. See you guys then.
Hello and welcome into Nysonger Field here for MVCC Game of the Week for week number 6. as the 2-3 Oakwood Lumberjacks are set to take on the 5-0 Valley View Spartans. Andy, go ahead and introduce us first to the coach for the Lumberjacks.
Well, Jared, the Lumberjacks are coached by Butch Schneider. He's been here for 9 seasons, got here back in 2015, and he's a pretty good coach, done a good job to try and turn this program around. On offense, keys to the game, the offensive line, they're going to have to protect Steven Louderback. They had some issues with that last week against the other Spartans of the Swivel. In that Waynesville game that we covered, he was running for his life most of the game. If they can keep him clean, they'll have a really good shot of winning this game. And then keep third downs manageable. That was something else that they kind of struggled with. They had a lot of penalties that added up to, 3rd and 15s, and then sacks that led to 3rd and 25s, and just, it's hard to win football games when you're trying to pick up massive chunks of yardage on third down. On defense, they're going to have to limit big plays. That's asking a lot against a team like Valley View, Caden Henson, and all his different weapons out here. They like the big play, and they have quite a few of them this season. They're going to have to force turnovers. Once again, something that's not very easy to do. Caden Henson does not turn the ball over often, and neither does any of his running backs or wide receivers. So they got a tall task ahead of them. Jared, you want to introduce us to the Valley View Spartans?
Yes, Valley View is coached by Matt King. This is his 2nd year, coming off of a Division IV state runner-up last season. Offensively, they're going to have to keep Henson, or create the holes for Henson and Valenti tonight. We're going to see a lot of rushing attacks from the Spartans tonight. And then they're going to have to play a clean game. No penalties, no false starts, nothing that'll put you back in the game or in the chains. Defensively, they're going to have to spy on Louderback. We saw how much he just decided to tuck it and run last week against the Waynesville Spartans, and he does it a lot this year. Over 1,000 combined total yards. And then on defensively, they got to watch pressure Toby and Watson. They both combined for over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, and those are the 2 deep threats for the Lumberjacks. We're going to throw it down to the field and get ready, as we are about ready for our MVCC game of the week for week number 6. Is set to take the field and kick it off to the Oakwood Lumberjacks here to start our MVCC game of the week for week number 6. Valley View won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so we're going to see Steven Louderback and these Oakwood Lumberjacks first on the field. Looks like you're going to have number 35 for the Spartans, Braden Bell, kicking off here. 5'11", 160-pound junior. Looks like back for the Lumberjacks, you're going to have number 4, Braden Devine, and number 1,
yes.
J.J. Wilson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Bell boots this one away, and we are underway in our MVCC game of the week for week number 6. A fumble, and
Johnny Wilson's knee was down, and I think he's kind of lucky for his knee being down, because there was quite a few Spartans rushing their way to him. He would not have had much room.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 here at the 10-yard line for the Lumberjacks. Louderback, you see there, number 2 in the middle of the screen, leading this in his senior season. We talked about it pregame. Over 1,000, I think probably close to over 1,100 combined yards between rushing and passing. Looks like you're going to have trips to the top. No, you're going to have 4 to the top here for the Lumberjacks.
They ran this play at least one time last week, at least the same formation. looking for a screen pass, probably to the top of the screen.
And
I think last time they threw it to J.J. Wilson.
And the flag's going to be on the opening. It's going to be offsides against the Spartans. And that's going to gain the Lumberjacks 5 yards. And I think we kind of talked about this formation last week. It kind of the setup of the varsity Blues when they put their best receiver on one corner, get him the whole side of the field to himself. And now Louderback's going to go to the top of the screen, gets across the line of scrimmage, and that might be about a gain of 2.
That is Jackson Toby, the leading wide receiver for the Lumberjacks.
Make it 2nd and 3.
All that for a gain of 2. It looked like it was a little bit more to me, but
might have been back further behind the line than what we thought.
Yeah, and all that running sideways. I mean, we've talked about it all season long. It doesn't help.
See, Louderback comes into from the sideline with the play.
And, you know, Jed, a theme of our Thursday game last week, which was the Oakwood and Waynesville game, was that Oakwood, they kept getting themselves into tough situations either by, you know, allowing sacks or just, you know, backing themselves up with penalties. So that could also be another key to today's game, you know, just which team is going to be more disciplined.
So it's going to be 3rd and 3 here at the 18 for the Lumberjacks, trying not to go 3 and out on their first drive of the game. Want to try and keep Caden Henson on the sideline as much as possible if you're a Lumberjack.
That is for sure. He's so deadly, both with his feet and with his arm.
Now you hear the Valley View student section barking, and that one is...
It's going to be awfully close, but it looks like about a half yard short.
Gets out to about the 20. And that might be, like you said, about a half a yard short, maybe. You got the Spartans to jump off sides without even, we're just lining up. Maybe you just try to draw them off sides here, maybe take all the play clock down.
Well, and it's awfully gutsy to even think about going for it right here, but I think you almost have to.
You got to turn your season around at some point.
Well, and if you just let this Valley View offense...
pitches it back out, and he does not get it. Forward progress stops it at the line of scrimmage, and Valley View is going to start in the red zone for their first possession.
And J.J. Wilson was looking for the edge, but he was never able to find it. There's all sorts of Valley View defenders coming in the backfield that time, as J.J. Wilson actually never came down on that play, but he was hit by at least, 4 different Spartans there? It might have even been 5. Kept getting driven backwards.
And you saw Lucas Stroud, number 78 there for the Lumberjacks, got out, pulled out, and for that block, and Toby just couldn't complete his block. So now we're going to see Henson for the first time tonight. And, oh my goodness, that's offsides, encroachment, whatever you want to. So that's going to give the Spartans a free 5 yards.
Oakwood figured they'd just give it right back.
Henson in shotgun. Going to hand it off to Valenti.
Jump step.
Be enough for a first down inside the 10.
That was a nice
Close
little,
to about the 6.
Nice little hop step. Going to get back inside the guard. Pick up the first down.
You see there in the replay, Valenti. Nice hole there created on that left side of the line. Henson lined up shotgun. Valenti to his left. Valenti gets the carry. Valenti cuts it back at the 5, and Valenti is in from 7 yards out for the first score of the game.
Landon West, number 50, and number 58, Bryce Reed, the guys to lead the way for the Spartan offensive line there. Those guys that did an excellent job clearing a nice hole. And Valenti, the little hop step, jumps back across and is able to get into the end zone.
Bell's extra point is up and good, and that puts the Spartans up 7-0 on early here in the first quarter. So now Oakwood having to try to figure out a way to get back into this, trailing 7-0 here after going for it deep in their own territory. A questionable call, but it's one that you want to try to do to get momentum in a game like this.
Well, and almost like how FSU was ultra aggressive, went for it 6 times last week against Alabama. It looks like Oakwood might take the same type of approach. If we're going to have any shot of beating this juggernaut of a team, we're just going to have to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Bell here to kick this one off once again. That one fielded at about the 25.
Swib kick that time.
Stopped at about the 30.
That one is picked up by Carson Dinkler. Called his name quite a few times in our Thursday game last week. First time we get to call his name tonight. So much better field position this time around.
First and 10 at the 31. There you see the Spartan cheerleaders trying to pump this crowd up. Louderback under center with 3 running backs in the backfield. Gonna hand it off to, I believe, was that Devine?
That was Wilson, number 1. He's gonna get it out across the 35. They're gonna call him out, or call him down at about the 30, or the 36. So pick up a 5 there on first down. Louderback got the play from the sideline, goes and joins the huddle. We're gonna line up with the 2-back set in the backfield. Take the snap. Louderback's gonna keep it.
Gonna keep it. And Louderback, nice hit there. I believe, was that number 2? Micah Valenti for a loss of a yard there.
You know, it's incredible how many of these guys play 2 ways for Valley View.
And it doesn't seem like they get tired.
Never. I mean, they must run these back stairs to get up to the press box. That must be part of their conditioning.
Third and 6 here as we approach 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. We're 6 weeks through the regular season now. Louderback, kind of some trickery, and that's going to be about a loss of, well, no, he actually turned it into a positive gain, and that might be close for a first down.
What an amazing play by J.J. Wilson. That would have been a loss of 2 or 3 on the play. And somehow, like you said, he picked up a first down there. I don't know how he was able to make that happen, but he's able to fall forward for 7 yards. Ball is going to be on the 41. The tackle that time was Landon Maralara, number 11 for the Spartans. Very talented linebacker.
Handoff there goes up the middle. Gets about to the 45.
It's J.J. Wilson again.
Says the ball went out.
Definitely not. And it looked like number 24 might have been in there on the tackle. That's Tristan Smith.
Here you go, Andy. Go ahead and stick your hand out the window and wave to the people.
Talking about how Landon Maralara is a very important player for this defense. 32 tackles, a sack, and 8 tackles for loss coming into tonight's game. Along with the forced
hands
fumble.
that one off to number 30, Cody. That was Cody Goolsby.
So after that run, Goolsby looks like he's going to come out of the game, and number 9 is going to check in. Urban
Kummerer. Ladderback gonna throw his first pass of the game, throws it out, and it is too high. Intended to...
That's Jackson Toby. That's actually his second pass of the game. The first one was a screen pass on the first drive.
I forgot about that.
There was a guy that was
too high.
over here. He was at the fort.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jackson Toby could have caught that if he was 7.5 feet tall. That one was pretty high.
So now Oakwood gonna bring out the punting unit this time, trying to pin the Spartans deep. You see late checking on Michael Woosty.
For the Spartans, Micah Valenti and Jed Lynch.
Calls for the fair catch, and that...
Give me a break, coach. He didn't hit him.
Valley View is looking for a flag. Nothing too, I mean, it's just it kind of stopped his momentum.
Yeah, but I think Butch Schneider, he's just a little extra feisty today.
Oh, we're gonna get the drum line early. So Caden Henson gonna lead the Spartans out here. They're gonna start at the 28. Henson gonna roll to the left. Henson looking downfield, and it is complete to number 0, Caleb Musgrove. Pushed out of bounds on the play with, that was Lauderback.
Caleb Musgrove, that is his 11th catch on the season, entering the day, had 254 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's one thing about this Valley View team. They like to sprinkle it around. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different guys who have caught passes for this team this season.
Here's an end around with Musgrove. Musgrove still finds on his fake. Go to the other side of the field. Musgrove has blockers out in front. Musgrove's across the 40, out to the 30, pushed out of bounds at about probably the 30 or the 31.
Lauderback gets in there at the end of that play, swipes at the ball, but not able to knock it out. Jared, we've talked about it all year. Stop running left and right. And Caleb Musgrove says, oh, really? Let me show you, buddy. Takes off for a big chunk on that play.
Knocked out of bounds actually at the 34, the refs say.
It ran out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds.
Henson back to pass, fakes the handoff to Valenti, going to the far side. That is hauled in by number 9, Anthony Valenti.
Inside the 20, down to the 16. The Valenti brothers getting to work early tonight.
17.
Going to the younger relative. There you see number 35, Braden Bell, warming up. I think Valley View's only kicked 1 field goal this year.
I mean, when you got
Valenti
an offense like
throws a
this,
pass
why would you
to,
kick any?
or Henson throws a pass to Valenti into the end zone for 6. Anthony Valenti from 17 yards out.
His 4th receiving touchdown on the season, his 9th catch of the year, and man, he's been efficient so far with 114 yards coming into tonight. Got to add about 30 more.
On those last 2 catches.
Mm-hmm. And another touchdown. And if you're a Lumberjack fan, that's exactly what you were afraid of. When this offense gets going, man, they are just a steamroller, and they are impossible to stop sometimes.
A couple weeks ago when we were here for the Bellbrook game, we talked about all Bellbrook had to do was get out of the first quarter to maybe have a chance. Oakwood already trailing 14-0, hasn't been able to move the ball really successful, and Oakwood's in trouble from falling down really quickly, falling like a rock through water if they don't try to sustain a drive here instead of going 3 and out.
Well, and this kind of even happened to them last week against the Waynesville Spartans. I mean, Waynesville came out and they were throwing haymakers left and right. Back-to-back weeks, this Lumberjack team has sputtered out of the gate, and it's cost them in the early going.
It literally might have been, some of the Waynesville Spartans might have been throwing hay before the game. Got to get the chores done on the farm before we go back to the football game.
Hey, you've driven out here to Germantown. There's quite a few farms out here too.
Hey, didn't you see the tractor in the parking lot?
I did not.
So here we go. Braden Bell on to kick off the 3rd time tonight. This one fielded at about the 11 by Devine. And gets to the 30 maybe?
That looks like where they're gonna call it. You see Caleb Musgrove trotting off the field after playing some special teams. I mean, which one of these guys doesn't play 2 ways?
Caden Henson.
Yeah, I think he might be the only one. I see Jed Lynch out there. There's Micah out there. I mean, Anthony Valenti's out there. They're all out there. This time Louderback's gonna keep it. They're gonna pick up about 1 yard.
The right end over here, it might have been 64, but he has enough time to come around the backside of the Oakwood offensive formation and make the tackle for only a gain of 1.
I mean, we talk about just how good this program is. It shows in every facet of the game. Louderback's gonna take the snap. And it's going to go to J.J. Wilson. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. So it should be 3rd and 7. Another tough 3rd down here early in this game that Oakwood is going to have to try and figure out a way to pick up.
Valley View's going to take a timeout here. 2:31 left here in the 1st quarter. You're going to take a shot look here at the fans. Home of the 3-time state championship, and could have been a 4th last year. Ran into a tough Ironton school in the semifinals, but I predict to be at least that far run again, unless they run into another tough team. But this Valley View Spartans squad looks like it's going to go make another deep run.
Yeah, and well, I mean, Jared, you can kind of see in every, I mean, I just said it a second ago, every aspect of the game, but even with the coaching, Coach Snyder, he realizes this is important. If they're able to stop Oakwood, I mean, absolutely, you can completely crush them here in this first quarter. You know, it would be absolute avalanche early, and that's why they win these games. He takes strategic timeouts early in the first quarter. It doesn't matter. He says, "Yeah, I'm not going to let you pick up any 3rd downs." Going to have a 3 wide receiver stack to the top, 2 wide receivers or to the bottom.
Pass, and Louderback gets sacked in the backfield by number 73 for the Spartans.
I thought it was 64. Bryce Schock is 64, and I thought I saw him.
I thought I saw Sean Patterson get in there.
Well, we'll give them each one. Who cares?
was trying to look away and then go back to that lone receiver on the backside.
The pressure came quickly, and Louderback tried to step through as the pocket was collapsing. There was no room.
Valley View almost getting home the last 2 punts.
Oh,
Bobbled snap, and then gets hit back behind the 30 by number 14 for the Lumberjacks, Michael Losty.
yeah, and Jed Lynch is going to be definitely running a little bit extra practice because of that, but a nice job of him to be able to hop on top of that thing with urgency. There was a defender on his way, and, you know, he could have had a chance to knock that thing out of there. He immediately, the defender did a good job putting his hand on the ball, but Jed Lynch, those hands are like vice grips, man.
So we're going to see another Valley View score before the quarter ends.
How much time is it?
1:44.
Maybe.
Henson going to hand it off to, is that Valenti?
Yes.
Pick up about 2 on the game.
Lance Williams, number 54, in on the stop for the Lumberjacks.
A minute left here in the first quarter. Henson fakes the handoff. Henson looking to go deep. Throws it middle of the field and incomplete, intended to.
That is Anthony Valenti. That one a step behind the receiver, or he might have been able to take that thing to the house. There was 1 or 2 defenders back there that would have had a chance at him. You see him, you see Musgrove come over in motion with the fake handoff, and Henson fires that thing in there, just about a half step behind him. Not too many times we're going to see him miss a open man. So it's 3rd and 8, it looks like. Henson back to pass. He's going to dump this one off. It's going to be Valenti. He's going to make one man miss, get out to around the 33, maybe 34. Carson Dinkler, number 6, and on the stop. So I guess the answer is no, Jared. We're not going to see another Valley View score.
Well, hold on. There could be a fumble on the punt recovery.
I suppose that's true. Shouldn't speak too soon.
Here goes a crop dusting plane. A little bit too late for the flyover for the national anthem. This one booted away. This one takes a bounce inside the 10. And Valley View will let it roll inside the 6. And as the first quarter comes to an end, the Spartans are going to go to the second quarter with a 14-0 lead, and the punter pin them deep inside the 10-yard line.
Isn't Caden Henson the punter?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So the quarterback doing it all. What a punt. I mean,
A nice high end over end booming kick.
I mean, he was standing on what, the 25?
About that, yeah. So, and that fell about the 20, so that's about a.
I mean,
About almost a 50-yard punt through the air.
and
then tack on the
rolled
roll
for
to
another
the
10.
6, so almost a 60-yard punt in total. So what does Oakwood have to do on this drive?
I mean, just the keys to the game, man. They're going to have to find a way to keep things short. They can't find themselves in long 3rd downs. And frankly, they might just have to try and avoid 3rd downs in general. I mean, they're going to have to figure out a way to be more explosive. It's just not happening for them right now. It's going to be tough, man. This Valley View team, they're no joke. Year in, year out, they dominate. But Jackson Toby, their leading wide receiver, coming into tonight's game with 19 catches for 229 yards, 4 touchdowns. I'd say probably got to get him involved a little bit more. I think he's only been targeted twice, has 2 catches. Been targeted twice, has 1 catch.
We're going to flip it to the other end of the field now. Louderback going to keep this one, going to try to get out of the back pocket. Louderback has a big hole, first down across the 20, out to about the 23.
I changed my answer. That's what they need to do. Just start running.
I was waiting for it.
Just start running Steven Louderback.
I think he had, what, 2 runs, I think?
Well, I mean, he tried to run in, like, off of pass plays and getting out of the pocket, but, you know, I think they might be able to be more effective just letting Louderback do it himself. You give yourself 1 more blocker because you don't have to worry about the quarterback, you know, and makes it a little easier to match up in the running game. Louderback
throws it, and that'll be a first down pass to...
That's Wosty.
So back-to-back first down plays for the Lumberjacks on this opening drive of the second quarter. You know, as we saw a shot of that up close, I think both schools are really missing out on having 2 cool logos on the side of their helmets.
Right.
The Oakwood with that O and the Lumberjack coming through, and Louderback's going to keep this one, roll to the left, get out, knocked out across the 40.
Louderback able to get out of the grasp of Bryce. Shock, number 64, was the first man there. Louderback had a nice stiff arm for him, able to get around that edge and pick up about 5. Wosty and Toby lined up to the bottom of the screen. Divine goes in motion.
There's going to be a handoff to Wilson. He gets to the left and gets tackled behind the line. First contact look, is that number 16, Cesar Berryman, or is that number 18, Owen Neal?
That was 16.
That was Berryman.
Fantastic name, Cesar Berryman.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 here. The refs say he did get to the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 5.
Play clock's down to 2, and Oakwood has to call a timeout there. You saw Butch Snyder coming in late on the top of your screen. Now now for the Spartans, Matt King needs to take this timeout and like tell his team, you got to keep an eye on Louderback. This is kind of his territory where he's going to maybe look to pass quickly, but it's going to probably be a tuck and run, I would assume, if you're the Lumberjacks here.
Yeah, and you know, if I'm Butch Snyder over on the other sideline, I'm really upset right now. Like, guys, we really don't need to be taking this timeout. Like, if this timeout gives Valley View a chance to, you know, really get their favorite 3rd down play in to try and shut this thing down one more time, I mean,
get a water break, get some Gatorade.
We saw what happened last time. The Spartans took a timeout before a 3rd down. They come out, get a sack.
So you're going to see Oakwood kind of go to that same formation we saw to start the game. And you see, look, there, Matt King running along the sideline, pointing out.
So it's Toby, it's Divine, I think it's Wost.
A false start by Michael Wosty.
Over there on the other side of the field.
I think he forgot the snap count.
And that's rough. You have a 3rd and 5, great chance to extend your drive, get into Spartan
territory?
Yeah, Spartan territory. I just blanked. I was like, what are they? But get into Spartan territory and.
Louderback going to the sideline. Wilson goes up, can't come down with it. Nice coverage there by number 32 for the Spartans, Jed Lynch.
Lynch, a running back on offense, kind of does everything for him. And on defense, no.
He's a kick returner, punt returner too.
Half of this team does not get breaks, Jared, and they don't need breaks.
See Louderback trying to feed it to Wilson.
And you know, if he
kind of tight double coverage there.
I think if he's able to put that pass on more of a line instead of putting so much air under it, I think they have a great shot at completing that. And Mar-a-Lara
almost getting through.
3 times in a row. Brandon Mar-a-Lara is back there.
Lynch has room to the outside. Lynch at the 40.
Mar-a-Lara with a huge block. Cut back.
Lynch across the 50 and out to about the 42.
And you can just see the great coaching. I mean, and on every level of this team, the run back executed greatly. Jed Lynch, he's a great offensive player. Watching him, he's really not that fast, but the blocking was
I don't know, you get
absurd.
That momentum and that, here, let's see. Jed Lynch is 5'10", 162 pounds. I don't know if I'd still want to get hit with that, with him going downfield.
So 2 wide receivers split out to each side, and Valenti in the backfield. On the bottom, it is Brandon Mar-a-Lara now playing some wide receiver, and it is Caleb Musgrove up top. I'm not sure who it was.
Valenti gets a hairy, nice spin move there. Gets across the 40 and down to about the 37, 38. You see the Lumberjack band, and we're sitting next to the Lumberjack coaching booth, and I don't think I've heard a word come out of that tonight.
Which I'm a little surprised. Normally in games like this, coaches are loud.
Henson back to pass. Henson steps up in the pocket. Henson going for it all downfield. Receiver falls down. Intended to Mar-a-Lara.
And I'm a little surprised they didn't like throw a flag there. Mar-a-Lara like grabbed the foot of the Lumberjack defender. He was running towards the ball. Maybe they just think it was inadvertent contact, but. And you know, Jared, watching this Valley View team, they kind of remind me of the San Francisco 49ers. Their players can play in any position. It does not matter. They just do whatever. They have their quarterback, and then everything else, it's fluid. It doesn't matter what, like if a running back wants to play wide receiver, go do your thing, bro.
McCaffrey.
Yeah. If
there's a handoff up the middle, is that Lynch? I believe so. Yes.
If
Lynch takes it inside the 30.
If Landon Mar-a-Lara, the team's second leading tackler, wants to come out and play some wide receiver, you know, why not?
So we're comparing him to Nick Bosa?
I'm just saying, man, like.
But I'm taking Kate Henson over Brock Purdy with these stats he's put up this year.
I don't know, man. Brock Purdy, they're floating along. Demolished the Giants last night. So there's going to be a loss of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12 at the 31. So that's just going to make this touchdown pass for Henson to, let's see, who do I want to pick? Seeing into that crystal ball, we're going to throw it to Mar-a-Lara on the 31 score here. Henson rolls to the right, throws it downfield, caught by Lynch. Ball pops out but goes out of bounds, so he gets it where it went out.
Nice hit by Louderback. Helmet on the ball, knocks it out of bounds.
Everything for Oakwood. He plays quarterback, plays safety, corner. We've seen him return punts and kickoffs last week.
And I think he punts. Yeah, he punts too, like you said. Well, Jared, some guys are just so talented. Just let them do everything.
Probably makes the Gatorade before the game too.
He's got a special formula. It's like MJ.
Do what?
I said he's got a special formula just like MJ. Hayden.
Henson keeps that one. This is going to be his first run of the night. Henson cuts it back in. Henson gets a block to the outside. Henson sidestepping. And Henson is in, but there is laundry on the field.
I've been singing the praises of Landon Marilara, but this one is on him. That one was a pretty blatant block in the back. I believe it was Dinkler we saw fly into the ground. See here on the replay. Great job by Caden Henson, though. Right there. Okay, so made Dinkler miss there. And I'm not sure who the defender that got blocked was, but it was definitely Marilara, the guilty man. So first and a long 16. Henson back to pass.
Back to pass. Hit as he throws it, and it is hauled in by
Marilara. He decided he'd get some of his penalty yardage back.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 10. You see Marilara looking to the sideline for instruction. Going to go to the back of the end zone here, and wouldn't it be something if Henson drops one right in front of that camera?
I'd love that. That'd be beautiful.
Henson back to pass. Henson throws it middle of the screen, and what a haul in and a touchdown catch. Is that Valenti? Or no, that's number 9. It is Anthony Valenti.
It's the brother.
Like how I saw that? I called that.
Been on a roll this year, man.
Bell gonna line up for his 3rd extra point of the first half here. High snap, so up, good, kick, up and good.
So Valenti.
Valley View extends their lead up 21-0 over the Oakwood Lumberjacks. 6:26 left here.
So Valenti came into the game with 3 touchdowns, 2 here in the first half. Talk about a difference maker, and I would say an early candidate for player of the game.
I don't know.
Already? In the first half, we're going to call it already?
I said an early candidate. He's got
early.
2
I
of the.
didn't hear you say early.
He's got 2 of the 3 touchdowns, so.
So I know we don't talk about baseball much on our show unless big things happen, but I think we've got to talk about how Ronald Acuna is looking to make Major League Baseball history, looking to be the first player ever to have 40 home runs and 70 stolen bases in a single season. He's 2 stolen bases away from that.
How many more games?
At least 6 or 7.
He's got a great shot. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
And that's actually batting .338 too, coming into the game.
But the air horn right down there. Oh, I see it. Right down there.
Bell set to kick this one off. Bell boots it away, and this one fielded at about the 10 by Devine. Devine cuts upfield. Devine still running across the 30, finally brought down by number 59 for the
number 4
Spartans.
Actually. Number 4. That was Case Kozarek. There you go.
His dad used to be athletic director, so I know his name.
Oh, okay. best case scenario right now, if you're a Lumberjack, just milk the clock and get a score, right?
We'll just go with milk the clock. You don't want to give Valley View a chance to have another possession in this half.
Divine
in motion. Louderback's going to throw it out to Wilson. Wilson has no blockers out in front and tackled short of the 40.
Yeah, that was kind of a busted screen. Busted because J.J. Wilson just so much faster than his blockers. You could see the offensive lineman trying to get out there on the play, but not fast enough to keep up with the running back. So Wilson's going to pick up about 6 on the play.
And with that last passing touchdown, Caden Henson breaks the career passing touchdown record here at Valley View with 56.
I wonder how many records he holds here at Valley View. And I think we just saw him down here hugging his dad, it looked like, after breaking the record.
Yards to go, 1. Third down.
So you and the Spartan Twitter were not the only ones that noticed.
I retweeted what they said. That was about 2 minutes ago, so I'm sure other people had seen it real quick. But then again, you probably know about that. Louderback upended and the ball comes out. Let's see if the refs say he was down. And somebody is down for the Spartans. You see there, number 84 for the Spartans jumping up and down, and it actually is a turnover for the Spartans.
Looks like Bryce. 58.
Looks like it might be Bryce Reed injured down there on the field.
I don't see 58. Yeah, that's Bryce. Okay.
We called his name a couple times tonight. Hope he's okay.
4:52 left here in the first quarter, or first half of play. Valley View up 21-0.
And
Gets
he's
the
gonna
ball
get
back.
up.
You see Reed up on his feet, getting walked off the field.
Bryce Reed, the team's leading tackler, 39 tackles coming into tonight's game. 7.5 tackles for loss and half a sack. So that could be a huge loss for this Spartans team. Gotta hope that he's able to recover quickly.
Henson takes over here at the 42, 1st and 10, just under 5 minutes left here. Valley View looking to add another score. And Henson got him to jump off sides with the hard count.
Okay, 36.
Nathan Wirtz was one of the 2 culprits, and the other one might have been Lance Williams. 56 and 54.
Too bad you only get one call. There was about, was it 2 or 3 that jumped off?
There was 2. It's 56 and 59, actually, so Finn McCarthy.
Finn. It's a different.
There's normally a last name.
Henson's going to lob this one out to
Musgrove.
Musgrove breaks one tackle, but Divine doesn't give up and finally brings him down. But that might be enough for a first down.
And now Divine is slow to get up. Looks like he might have landed on his wrist or something there. Might have gotten it jammed up a little bit. And that one was kind of close. Good thing that Musgrove was able to haul that one in. That one might have been a backwards pass.
Play clock is down to 5. Henson gets it off. Musgrove goes to Musgrove, and Henson keeps this one. Henson gonna stop, turn to the left, sidesteps, and spun down at about the 22 by a few Lumberjacks.
Caden Henson.
Maybe 21, Brady Tobe with the tackle there first hit.
Caden Henson ducking, dancing, grooving, doing whatever he wants to out there, making defenders miss. I mean, great job with the fake handoff to Musgrove, and then goes, there's nowhere to go there, makes Dinkler miss.
Nope.
Then there goes Devine.
Musgrove in motion again. Henson back to pass. Henson lobbing it to the middle of to the end zone. Hauled in by Mar-a-Laura. I was a drive late, but we were still at the 20. Well, we were at the 25 on that when we were here last time, but Henson connects to Mar-a-Laura.
You were close, Jared, and I'll tell you what, last time they were down in the red zone, I looked at it, and Mar-a-Laura is 6'2", 208 pounds. I was expecting, specifically when they got really close down there, I was expecting for them to try and throw a jump ball to the corner of the end zone. This time, they throw it to him. Doesn't have to be a jump ball, though. Beautiful throw.
Well, no, I don't even think the Lumberjack defenders turned to try to see where the ball was.
Like I said, didn't have to be a jump ball. It's a great throw by Caden Henson, and it is a 4-score game.
Flag on the play. It's a false start against Valley View. You said it a second ago, Jared. We don't normally talk about baseball, but how about this? Just took a look at ESPN. The Brewers up 12-0 over the Marlins in the bottom of the third. The Reds got to win first. It doesn't matter what everybody else does. If the Reds drop,
that's a crazy score. 12-1 or 12-0 in the third. All 12 of them came in the second.
One more score, Rodney.
So 28-0, the Valley View Spartans lead over the Oakwood Lumberjacks. 3:28 left here in the first half. Oakwood's got to get on the scoreboard because they're in jeopardy. One more score in the second half, and we will have the running clock.
Straight out of halftime. And Valley View comes out of half with the ball because the Lumberjacks started with it. Valley View, they won the toss, deferred.
Watch the 58 down there. He's not trying to steal it. Well, and then again, you know what? We don't need him today. Take his helmet away from him. Take him. Yeah. Put some ice on it and hold him off for next week. Heck, we need him next week. Hold him out for 2 weeks.
Bell set to kick this one off. Boots it away. And this one fielded inside the 10 at about the 6 and hit at about the 20, and he might get out to about the 21.
Maybe the 22, and then we got another guy down. 56.
Looks like you got number 4, Devine, down there
Looks like
for the Lumberjacks.
56 or 59, I can't tell.
And then in Fairmont, they're scoreless after 1. That was from about 28 minutes ago, so that game might be just about to halftime.
I'm texting my people.
56, 59. 58, 59. Yeah.
So a couple defensive linemen for the Spartans maybe taking early exits, getting help off the field.
I got 22. First down.
The first down here for the Lumberjacks. 3:21 left.
Said a minute ago it was Cage Garrick. It was actually 59, Tony Bertram.
There's a quick pass out. I did not see who caught that one. That was number 11 for the Lumberjacks, Jackson Toby.
And I think if they're going to be able to get their offense going, they're going to have to go. It's going to have to be Toby in the receiving game, and it's going to have to be Louderback on the ground. Not a ton of room there, but able to pick up about 4 or 5?
6.
6.
Second and 6
there you
out
go.
to the 28.
2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Louderback's going to keep this one, run up the middle. Should have enough for a first down. Yes, he's across the 35.
Cesar Berryman hung on for dear life. Got taken for a ride on that one. And Berryman is kind of moving around slowly, so it's been a rough first half for the Spartans team.
Berryman, I think he came off the field after getting shaken up early in the first quarter.
She fixed him. Oh,
back to pass, the double move. And I'm a little shocked that there is no pass interference call. Toby puts the double move on. Was that Berryman or was that
I think it was
Owen
Berryman.
Maralara?
I saw 16 walking away.
But Toby puts a double move on one of the two. And I mean, there was a good, nice hold there. But no flag on the play. 2nd and 10.
Louderback going to hand that one off to Wilson. Wilson cuts it back across. Almost lost the ball. I think he might have had it bobbling there.
I was going to say, I would take the almost lost the ball away, and he lost it. He just got it back, kind of juggled that thing in his hands for a minute.
42.
Luckily, he doesn't fumble that thing because, I mean, if he would have gotten popped a half-second sooner, I don't think he would have been able to regain control. Take a look on the MVCC Game of the Week replay. J.J. Wilson, little jump step past Berryman, and when he does, Cesar Berryman gets his hand in there and knocks it free.
3rd and 4.
2 wide receivers split to the top. The pitch.
Wilson
looking for the edge.
To the edge. Gets the first down across. Did he get out of bounds? No, he did not.
And I wasn't sure if he was going to get there, Jared. He was running really, really hard for a long time to get to that edge. He's able to cut up, pick up the first down. Lumberjack offense is moving. 1:10 remaining here in the first half.
He's going to call timeout here. He's just letting the clock run all the way down. He's got 10 more seconds of game clock.
Wilson in motion. Louderback. He's going to hit Wilson on the screen pass. Wilson's going to get past the 50-yard line.
Clock's still running.
And
timeout 1.
Coach Butch Schneider's going to take his timeout.
All right, so we got some scores rolling into the half. Centerville up 7-0. Scores with 17 seconds left in the half. There to take a 7-0 lead over the Springboro Panthers. Fairmont kicks a 23-yard field goal to go up 10-0 at the half over the Springfield Wildcats.
That's what I get for picking differently than you, just so we got different picks.
That's the only one we got different. 40.4 seconds left here in the first half. 28-0 lead for the Spartans. And you see Oakwood, they're kind of just staying inbounds, not really looking to score.
They definitely got a good chance to get in scoring position. 1:40 left. Excuse me, 40 seconds left here in the first half. Got a shot to pick up a first down or two and get into field goal range. But yeah, I would almost agree. Louderback is going to take this, and there's a big hole. Louderback's going to pick up the first down, and he may have gotten out. So the clock will stop after 6 seconds run off. 33.9 remaining.
Oakwood band is really getting into it. Do you think that might be a little bit distracting for your own team? You see, nice hole here, nice lead block. Look at that block there by Wilson out in front.
Cash will let number 6, the man there to make the stop.
Louderback looking to throw it to the far side, and it is incomplete. Looked like it was intended to Toby.
And it looked like there was a miscommunication between Toby and Louderback. Maybe Louderback was thinking they were going for a back shoulder fade, as that thing was definitely behind and to the outside.
It was maybe either that or maybe something more closer to the sideline, maybe step out and save that last time out. But Toby was in the end zone, so maybe if those two go back, give each other a look like, no, I'm going to the end zone. Toby had his man beat. We'll see if Louderback goes back to that this time.
I guess the question is, what kind of an arm does Louderback have? I mean, that's a 40-yard throw.
Louderback rolling to the right. Louderback looking, throwing it to the far sideline. Throws it to Toby.
That's Wosty.
Oh, that's Wosty.
It was down.
That was the younger Toby brother.
Had his knee down when he made the catch. So they're going to hurry up to the line. The clock is going to temporarily stop.
Just to spot the chain.
They're
And
going to clock
Oakwood
it.
spikes the ball, but Valley View was very close to being offsides on that.
And this has actually turned out to be great clock management by Coach Schneider. 18 seconds left. They're going to have a couple of shots at the end zone. If their quarterback feels comfortable, he'll have a chance to maybe run for it, as long as he can get out of bounds.
Do have one timeout, though, so they can still go in the middle of the field.
Louderback, the pressure comes.
And
It's
Louderback's going to
Berryman.
be tackled back for a loss by number 16 with the
Cesar
sack.
Berryman.
And they're going to call the timeout. 11.4 seconds left.
And that is just something that you really could not afford there. Looking to cut the lead to 3 scores going into halftime. Gonna lose.
0. Enter.
Who's about
What, 8
7?
yards?
And 28. So I've got 20. I got 18.
Third and 18 here for the Lumberjacks.
Cesar Berryman, his 4th sack on the season. 7th and a half tackle for loss. 30 total tackles this year. The 3rd leading tackler for this defense.
So Valley View, or Oakwood called their last timeout. So either has to be in the end zone or on the sidelines here, if you're the Lumberjacks.
There you go.
.4 seconds left.
Defense comes back out after the timeout. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top.
Divine in motion.
Got Toby, Wosty, and Wilson at the bottom.
Louderback rolling to the right. Louderback stops, plants, feeds it to Toby.
That's Divine.
Toby cuts, or no, sorry, DeWine.
And Divine, nice job securing that catch, staying on his feet. He stumbled when he made that catch. He wasn't expecting that. He was able to pick up a few yards and get out of bounds
Yards to go 12.
with about 3 seconds left.
2.7 seconds left.
It's going to be one play, done.
Gonna,
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
there the score. Bot catches up. Boosty in motion. Louderback to the end zone, and it is
Toby,
incomplete.
and it was very close, but he's not able to haul it in. 2 defenders there. Great job there by Owen Maralara. on that play.
And that is how the first half ends in our MVCC game of the week for week number 6. The Spartans go up 28-0 over the Oakwood Lumberjacks. And we'll be back for the second half of our MVCC game of the week.
Now we are pleased to introduce this year's World Tour. The first freshman attendant is Allie Hanahan, daughter of Matt Hanahan and Cody Hanahan. Allie's activities include marching band, basketball, cheerleading, track and field, FFA, student council, and hope squad. Allie is being escorted by freshman Isaac Johnson, son of John and Angela Johnson. Isaac's activities include football, basketball, and track and field. The second freshman attendant is Carly Shirley, daughter of Joe Shirley and Candace Shirley. Carly's activities include volleyball and track. Carly is being escorted by freshman Hunter Johnson, son of Tim and Nikki Johnson. Hunter is involved in football, basketball, and baseball. Now for the sophomore attendants. The first sophomore attendant is Lauren Heights, daughter of Jason Heights and Angela Heights. Lauren is a sophomore class president and is involved in football, basketball, cheerleading, softball, FCLA, FCA, Hope Squad, and FFA. Lauren is being escorted by sophomore Anthony Lenny, son of Michael and Angie Lenny. Anthony's activities include football, basketball, track and field, FCA, and Hope Squad. The second sophomore attendant is Rivers Lindsay, daughter of Brian Collins. Rivers is involved in basketball, soccer, and Hope Squad. Rivers is being escorted by Gavin Phillips, son of Joel and Jill Phillips. Gavin is involved in basketball, football, and FFA. Now for the junior attendants. The first junior attendant is Mariana Blevins, daughter of Brandy Blevins. Mariana is president of the National Art Honor Society and is involved in student council, student leadership, FCCLA, varsity cheerleading, prevention awareness team, Interact, and is a Montgomery County Student Advisory Delegate. Mariana is being escorted by Cash Wallach, son of Brittany Jones and Lee Collins. Cash's activities include football, FFA, and Interact. The second junior attendant is Abigail Cavender, daughter of Sean and Gladys Cavender. Varsity football and basketball cheer, softball, Hope Squad, and is vice president of the junior class. Abigail is being escorted by Case Kazaric, son of Todd and Lisa Kazaric. Case is involved in football, basketball, track and field, FFA, and student council. And now for the senior queen and queen candidates. The first queen candidate is Ella Ferguson, daughter of Chad and Amy Ferguson. Ella is involved in varsity soccer, varsity basketball, National Honor Society, Interact, Prom Committee, FCCLA, and is a student section leader. Ella is being escorted by queen candidate Aiden Clendenin, son of Jeff and Kim Clendenin. Aiden's activities include cross-country, track and field, swimming, National Honor Society, Hope Squad, Prom Committee, senior class vice president, and student section leader. Ella's senior escort is Bryce Reed, son of Jason and Jenny Reed. Bryce is involved in football and basketball. The second queen candidate is Rachel Root, daughter of Lisa and the late Russ Reed. Rachel is captain of the varsity volleyball team and president of student council, and she is involved in Hope Squad, National Honor Society, Prom Committee, Float Committee, Interact, and National Art Honor Society. Rachel is being escorted by King candidate Jedrick Lynch, son of Jason and Leah Lynch. Jed's activities include football, basketball, track and field, FFA, National Honor Society, and Interact. Rachel's senior escort is Landon Malara, son of Shelby and J.R. Malara. Landon's activities include football and baseball. The third queen candidate is Kennedy Underwood, daughter of Elisa Bush and Henry Underwood. Kennedy is captain of the varsity volleyball team and reporter for student council and is involved in varsity track, FCCLA, Interact, Float Committee, and National Honor Society. Kennedy is being escorted by King candidate Michael Delaney, son of Michael and Angie Delaney. Micah's activities include varsity football, basketball, track, National Honor Society, and FCA. Kennedy's senior escort is Hayden Hinton, son of Bryce and Sherry Hinton. Hayden is involved in varsity football and varsity basketball. Now for the 2022 homecoming party, Riley and Kay will have the honor of crowning this year's World Cup. The homecoming king is Aiden Clinton. Aiden will now crown his queen and present her with a dozen roses. The 2023 homecoming queen is Rachel Root. Congratulations to this year's World Couple, Queen Rachel and King Aiden. UVHS City Council would like to thank everyone who helped with homecoming activities and made this year's day truly special. The VBH Student Council hosts the annual homecoming dance coming up tomorrow night from 7 to 10 p.m. at Bellevue High School. Thank you for attending the 2023 homecoming halftime show. Go Spartans!
we get ready to start the second half here of our MVCC game of the week for week number 6. Andy, go ahead and give us a breakdown of what happened.
Well, Jared, the Valley View offense scored a lot of touchdowns, and the Lumberjacks didn't score any. Anthony Valenti, 2 receiving touchdowns, 1 in each end zone. Caleb Musgrove, I think he had one, and the other one was, I'm not sure.
Malara.
Yeah. Landon Malara in the corner of the end zone. So it's been a lot of offense for one team, not a lot for the other. And yeah, that's about it, Jared.
And Oakwood gave Valley View excellent starting field position here going for that onside kick.
Pulling out all the stops in this one to try and just get something. So far, it has not worked. Marlara lined up at the bottom of the screen.
Henson in shotgun. Henson going to hand it off to Musgrove.
Guys in motion every time.
Musgrove for about a gain of 1 on that. Tackled by Toby.
Not a lot there. Not many times tonight that we've seen
Yards to go 9.
the Spartans struggle to pick up yards. That time, Lumberjacks did a nice job of getting in the backfield.
Ball snap. Number 2, Michael goes in motion. He moves.
Oh, if Henson was paying attention, he could have got the Lumberjacks offsides again. Play clock's at 7.
Number 55, he jumped that time.
Henson hands it off to, is that Valenti? Or no, yes, Valenti.
48. Yards to go 4.
Aiden Oaks, number 55, the nose tackle, was the guy we were talking about there before that play who nearly jumped off sides.
Pay attention. He goes, yeah, he missed the first down.
3rd and 4 here, right on the 48.
I said, yeah. I knew it. On second down, let alone when he got the 3rd down.
Henson going to line up in shotgun. Valenti to his right. High snap, hands off to Valenti. Valenti cuts it back across the field. 1st down.
Nice hit. That's my quarterback.
Gonna
And
be,
spun down at about the 42.
that's Steven Louderback, the man who comes in and makes a play. 2-on-2 violence.
It was enough for a 1st down for the Spartans.
You're just being overly optimistic. Well,
Henson's going to hand out off to Valenti. Valenti cuts it back in, has a 1st down.
35, 34, got 1 to go.
Going to be actually about a yard short.
You know, Jared, we talked about a lot in the first half about how Valley View, a lot of their guys play both ways. Same thing can be said about Oakwood, but it's 2 different stories because it's like the Spartans, they're guys that play both ways. They never seem to get tired, and the Lumberjacks, after halftime, you can see that the fact that they play so much, it starts to take a toll.
Valenti switches to the right. Henson back to pass. Henson 2-step drop, rifles it middle of the field, and it is hauled in by Musgrove.
There is not a lot of room there. He gets the check down, and that's enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's only a gain of 2 on the play.
Number 21, Jarbo Conlon on the stop.
Henson going to keep this one, run up the middle, gets to the right side of the field, and Henson gets pushed out of bounds. Well, we'll say escorted out of bounds.
Nice. Tony's 26.
Yeah, and man, right there, the Lumberjacks, they had a great opportunity to stop the Spartans for a loss there on that play, but Caden Henson, so slippery, is able to get out of the backfield, making Toby miss on the tackle, and picks up 7 on the play, make it 6 for a 2nd and 4. 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Man comes in motion. Henson back to pass.
Henson kind
on
of
the
sidearms
screen.
it there to Valenti.
Yard short. 24. Yards to go, 1.
It was Oaks on the stop, number 55 that time.
It's 1.5. I don't have that half mark.
After the pickup of 3, 3rd and 1.
Put it in.
Mar-a-Lago and Musgrove split out to the top. Valenti by himself up to the bottom.
There's a pitch out to Valenti. Valenti cuts it back in, goes to the right. Valenti at the 10.
And it's a
the
foot
20,
race to the corner of the end
Valenti
zone.
in his 3rd touchdown of the game. And I think we can go ahead and probably give him player of the game.
Brady Toby was the only man that had a chance to catch him, number 21, and doesn't have the speed. Beautiful job, goes all the way to the left, cuts back,
Injury, so that overrides everything.
and is on his way to the end zone.
Here we go.
There's an injured lumberjack down on the field.
It was a touchdown. Dewdrops get down there for the extra point try. He's just spotting it in case you have a penalty, then you just keep moving around. Yep.
See, still injured lumberjack down on the field. But now if you're Oakwood, you gotta try and score quickly as the running clock will start. Is that new, or not new, but newly implemented rule from the OHSA, the 30-point margin
So
involves in a running clock.
does it start right after the kick or when they start their drive?
Start their drive.
Okay.
The clock only stops on timeouts, referee stoppage, injury, or change of possession. Trying to find out some
Looks
other
like they're
scores.
finally ready to get the big man up. Is that number 1?
That looks like number 1. That's J.J. Wilson.
That's a big loss. Starting running back for the Lumberjacks.
Running back, kick returner,
See him? Looking right at you.
multiple positions.
I don't know what hand.
Comes in to the game with 419 rushing yards on the season, 5 touchdowns,
Nope.
another 118 or another 182
Gotcha.
receiving yards, and another touchdown through the air. So it's going to be tough to fill that void, and gotta hope he's okay.
There you go.
Also has a kick return for a touchdown.
Now you're going to see number 19, Andrew Taylor, out there, kicks an extra point for the Spartans, puts them up 35-0.
And now it goes. Yeah, but now it goes when as soon as they set. Yep. As soon as they set the ball.
So I was doing a little bit of additional research this week as we are into the second half of the season officially. Can officially start talking about playoffs.
Oh, you got your points?
I do.
Got your points out?
And looking, since Oakwood will have the ball first, we'll look at them first.
Puts it down, not in.
Oakwood comes in with a 2-3 record, 3.5 points for the OHSA playoffs. They come in at the number 16 seed.
How many seeds make it?
16.
16,
So Oakwood
okay.
is on, holding down the door, trying to stay ahead of teams like Cincinnati Hughes, Western Brown out of Mount Orb, Cincinnati Woodward, Franklin, Meadowdale, Cincinnati Aiken, and Thurgood, or some others in there.
Now you go.
Then in Division 5, Region 2 or 20, I don't think it's any shock. Germantown is the only undefeated team left in that region. They're 5-0 with 10.2 points.
Bell boots it away.
Nice follow there by the cameraman.
Devine is going to field it after a couple of bounces. Not a lot of room. Going to get it up to the 19-yard line.
They're probably going to, as soon as they set it, So you watch him.
But looking at the rest of the
19.
teams here, you have Valley View at 1, and then here we go Swivel, Waynesville at 2, Swivel, Brookville at 3, Swivel, Middletown Madison at 4.
And
So Swivel representing the top half of this Division 5 Region 20.
oh, it is a change of possession, so they're going to play it. There it is.
And looking at the rest of Valley View's schedule, they play Middletown Madison next week, then Edgewood in 2 weeks. Their last home game will be against the Brookville Blue Devils on Friday the 13th.
The extra point try stupid.
Lauterback's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it out
And
across the
upended.
25, and that's where he's going to go down. And it's Valenti, the man in to make the hit. It is Micah that time. Big time pop.
And then the Spartans finish the season against the Spartans on the road at Waynesville.
Yeah, pretty much now. You can just.
Looking at Oakwood's rest of their schedule, they got Brookville at home next week. Then they take the road for 2 against Carlisle and Bellbrook. And then they finish off the season at home against Middletown Madison.
You're going to find Jackson Toby for the completion this time. Going to pick up the first down. Just enough. The offense doing pretty well the first couple plays out of the second half.
You see the white hat? Yeah, he wound it. Yeah, he wound it. Yeah, well, he didn't stop it.
It's all right. I'd rather have you.
Oh, no, exactly. Exactly. Then he
It
just,
was enough for a first down.
And Jared, you know, you talking about the Valley View schedule the rest of the season, as they're going to complete another pass to Toby. They're going to dive out across the 35.
You got to ask a question about
Well, no,
it.
I'm not going to ask a question. I'm just going to say I think that Week 10 matchup against the Waynesville Spartans has a chance to be one for the ages.
Let's see, Valley View, the rest of the team. Going
Is it
into
here or is
tonight's
it
game,
away?
it's at Waynesville.
It's at Waynesville.
But
Okay.
Valley View has 3 teams coming into tonight with 4-1 records left on their schedule.
Maybe we can tack one more game on. See what.
Are we going to split that one? You go down to Waynesville and
Oh, it's not a Thursday game.
no, it's
Darn it.
not. So I'd say you go down to Waynesville. I'll stay. Where are we at? Oh,
I don't know.
Miamisburg Springboro last week. Miamisburg could win, has a chance to win that game for the first time in 6 years.
Can we call it an audible?
That's why artificial turf will do 40.
I don't know. Might have to talk to our producer about that.
Yeah.
So Oakwood slowly moving down the field.
It's a 3rd and 2. That was a very long 2 there, and they're going to tell them to move the chains. Just barely enough to pick up that yardage.
58's back in the game. I don't see 59. I see 50 out there. I don't see.
We approach 3.5 minutes left here
Crutches. See Crutches?
Oh, okay.
I bet that's him.
in the
Freshly grappled.
third quarter. What a feed there from Louderback to,
Made it to the 50.
let's see, who is that? Woosty.
They're spotting that on 50 or 45, sorry. Yards to go 5. Second down.
Coming down to just over 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Lumberjacks just methodically moving their way. Marlara with the
throws it.
pressure.
No.
Forces a bad pass. That one, the intended wide receiver is number 9.
That is Urban Kummermer. I don't know. Kummermer?
Jed Lynch, the man in coverage. We heard at halftime his full name is Jedrick Lynch.
And that's what I'm going to call. Is he a senior?
I hope not, but I believe so.
Jedrick.
He is.
Yep.
Well, Andy, I guess we got to follow him for the playoffs.
We've called his name too many times.
Louderback, what a in and out of the hands of Jackson Toby.
He's going to be wanting that back. Toby, the team's leading wide receiver.
I think he was looking upfield before he caught the ball. I don't know if we got a replay of that.
Well,
but
and then you kind of saw him shaking his hand after he didn't catch it. I feel
That-
like
that was a
Louderback
bullet.
put some heat on that one.
It's 4th down. Oh, we do have a replay. See Louderback rolls to the right. And he did rifle that in there. I don't know if I'd want to catch that one either. That 4th down goes incomplete.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's going to be a turnover on downs for the
But as soon as they said it and everybody.
Lumberjacks.
Yep. As soon as it flips the lid, and there you go. Referee's in position. He should wave it.
That was a pretty good start to a drive there for the Lumberjacks. Moved the ball about 30 yards downfield, 35 yards downfield almost, but just sputters out.
Henson comes back out with this drive.
4 wide receivers out there, 2 split off to each side. Valenti and Lynch up top. At the bottom, it's Mara-Lara and
Musgrove.
Yep.
It's going to be a handoff to Valenti. Valenti powers his way through, still on his feet. And that will be enough for a first down, a surge for the Spartans.
I was waiting for the whistle to come. There was a good second or two where there was no more forward progression, and they just let them run. Hey, let's see how far they can move this pile.
Yeah, that's
And this Valley View team just relentless. They're never going to stop coming at you.
You got about 35 seconds.
Yeah, I see it.
This will probably be the last play of this quarter.
Scoreboard, but I looked at my.
That's going to be a handoff to Lynch. Lynch kind of hurdles over, and that will be enough for another first down, and that one will probably be the last play of the...
Sheds Divine's tackle and is able to pick up the first down. And Jared, you know, looking at the stats for the Valley View offense, I just feel like they've been so good that Caden Henson hasn't had to do that much this season. Only 800 yards coming into the game.
And actually, that's a touchdown for Caleb Musgrove. I looked away because I thought that was going to be it. And Musgrove scores on about a 24-yard. Was that a catch or a run?
I was looking at the stat sheet. I missed the whole play.
It was a 24-yard run by Caleb Musgrove.
What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
As time expires, putting the Spartans up 41.
Yeah, do you see what are we supposed to do there, Chief?
My chance to do it.
Yeah. We can't keep running the clock without the clock.
And that's going to bring out Carson Kinder. Boots that one up and good.
But so coming into the game with only 800 yards, 65% completion percentage, 12 touchdowns, 2 picks. I feel like he had bigger numbers last year, but this team has just been so dominant
I was about to say
so
that
far.
there were a couple more handful closer games for Henson. I mean, when you don't have to play outside of the first quarter, week 1, outside of the second, or out of the first half in weeks 2, and I don't think he played in the fourth quarter, week 3, when we were here against Bellbrook. So you're leaving almost a full game potential of stats. He probably could easily be leading Swivel in passing and potentially rushing.
Coming into tonight's game, only 69 passing attempts this
What
season.
happens when you score on the last play of the third quarter?
That one's kind of shocking. But like you said, when you're up so much that you don't have to play half your games.
You have to be officially down on the other end. You know, that's when they have to talk about. That's a rule breaker right there.
Trying to find out some more scores as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here. 10-0. We've got Centerville up 10-0 over Springboro.
You wasn't watching that.
Good, there you go.
Still the same score.
Bell kicks it off. It's going to be fielded. Ooh, that is Dinkler. He's going to be out past the 25. He's still
Dinkler's
going.
still on his feet.
And he's going
Gets
to get
him
out to the 34.
Number 3 stripped the ball out.
Let's see, we got into the third quarter, 10-7. Fairmont still leading over Springfield. Take a look into West Carrollton.
33. I'm sorry, I was watching. No, I'm 32.
Andy, I feel like the
Is the streak
going
going
to
to end? Oh, no.
It is 20-10. With Bryson Bauer-Jones connects to Brandon Foster for an 89-yard touchdown. 20-10 lead the Pirates with 11:49 left. Oh, that was coming out of half. And I don't know if you saw or not.
Still a lot of time left.
A lot of time, and Stebbins playing with heavy hearts tonight. I don't know if you saw with the district announcing the passing of Ron Coleman.
Okay, so I saw something about it on Facebook. I didn't see.
And longtime assistant football and assistant basketball coach there for the Indians.
Not just an assistant, but he was a head basketball coach for a little while, I'm pretty sure. After I graduated, so.
Ain't there no more.
That one goes
It's
backwards.
Divine, and there's nowhere. Number 16, Cesar Berryman makes a stop. A fun little story to tell. We were down at the concession stands at halftime, ran into
Yards to go 9.
Caesar Berryman's mom. She told us that I've actually been saying his name wrong all season long, but she said keep saying it wrong because we all love it.
I'd say it's spelled the same, so I guess it's just dealer's choice.
He got evidently someone showed him one of our clips and got super excited about it.
Why are you impressed?
Well, there's reason to be super excited about it. The young man's been doing a great job this season.
Louderback back to pass, throws it down the field and incomplete, intended to. He's still running. I can't get him to turn around.
That's Jackson Toby. And a little lucky that he's not going to get a penalty for that because he kicked the ball into the end zone.
I mean, is it really a delay game if the clock's still running?
I guess that is a good point. But, and I looked at it a couple minutes ago, Jared. Mr. Cesar Berryman is a sophomore.
Ooh, so we're going to see him in the next couple of years.
2 more years to call his name, watch him develop. He's a great player as is, but with a little bit more age.
Valenti fumbles that, and Valenti trying to pick it up. Loose ball, there's a scrum.
And
Let's see what the refs are going to signal. How the heck did Valenti get that one back when there's 5 Lumberjacks on top of him?
At the very end, he's able to grab that thing. And Berryman a little shaken up on the plays, limping to the bench.
Oh, they won't till they get it set. There you go.
Definitely hope he's okay. The Spartan offense back out there. Lined up in shotgun. Henson takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 24.
Almost a horse collar tackle.
32.
Number 24, Tristan Smith, the runner there.
3. Second down.
And I think his hand got as close to being inside as it could get without drawing the flag. Tristan Smith, that's his 5th rush of the season. Coming in to the game at 51 rushing yards.
This one's going to be a keeper, stays on his feet, plants the foot, and gets knocked out of bounds. That is the backup quarterback. Who is that?
41, that's first down.
That
is Anthony Valenti, number 9. So I guess a nice little look forward to what we'll see next year. As Anthony Valenti, only a sophomore. going to be a leader for this team over the next couple of seasons. Gets to play in.
Probably going to be the quarterback next year then. Can be a handoff. Goes to the left side. Cuts it back in. Gets out to the 50.
And Jedrick Lynch is going to pick up enough for a first down. Nice 11-yard carry there.
Yep.
Just about 7 minutes left here.
The stop there was by number 3, Morgan Sawyer.
6316, you're blocking someone in. Black Chevy truck, KAT 6316. You need to move your
Starter should not be in that game.
It's 1st and 10, ball on the 49. It's a handoff. This looks like it's Musgrove. It's going to get spun around. There's a flag. They're going to call a face mask, I believe. And it looks like that's going to be on Jackson Toby, number 11.
48. So add 15.
I think the whole Valley View sides were yelling face mask before the ref even got the flag out. Got to give him time to get down there and get it out of his pocket.
5-yard face mask.
5 yard. 41.
No, it's a 5-yarder, so it's incidental. He didn't grab it, he touched it.
Oh, okay. Didn't they take that away in college and pro? I think they're all 10 or 15 yards now.
That I don't know. And going for it. Oh, what? Oh, my
Through
goodness.
the fingertips.
That would have been a...
Case Kazarek? Is that how you say it? Kozarek. Case Kozarek. Just, I mean, a half step, a quarter step, a tenth of a step too far.
Started here in the Sports Center top 10 come in for that one.
Very
nice,
close.
beautifully thrown ball.
2nd down.
End of the 3rd quarter. Centerville still up 10-0.
Valenti, the handoff to Smith. He's going to jump step back inside now. He's outside. He's got room. He's going to keep going out across the 25. Going to call him down at the 24. Michael Wosty, 14, in to make the stop.
There's no reason for that to push league. I mean, I realize you got to get some backups, opportunities, but
We talk about how great this Spartans team is. Even the backup offense coming in, doing good work.
defensive and a wide receiver, so he can't play JV.
Got going from the swivel this week. I guess we can start to preview our game of the week for next week. And here's a run up the middle
hang
for
on to it
Valenti.
himself. Across the 10, or across the 15.
Everything from here on out is conference on conference rivalry matchups the rest of the year. It's going to be a G-Walk showdown next week as the Fairmont Firebirds are going to go on the road and take on the Miamisburg Vikings. Miamisburg picking up a heck of a win last night. 8 seconds left in the game, scores the game-winning touchdown on a 4th and goal pass to Keith Henry from the 20. And Fairmont, I think you can start to hear that victory bell start to tune in Kettering as Fairmont's up 10-7 with the ball. They just intercepted Springfield.
Tristan Smith into the end zone on the handoff. That's going to be a touchdown, the 6th of the night for the Spartans. Make that 7th. My bad.
Candy, I'm not quick with math either. Math was not my specialty.
Oh no, I didn't know if they had changed it yet or not.
Kind of want to go for 2, make it an even 50 burger. Henson out here to hold.
Since we're getting ready to do a kick, you see that field goal blocked by the Patriots in the Sunday night football game this past week?
Yes.
I mean, I've never seen that one before.
No.
I saw Pat McAfee breaking it down during the week. Evidently, the holder was a Patriot for like 5 or 6 years before that.
Oh, so Bill Belichick
knew everything about this guy.
Kick is up and kick is good. That is 49 on the board for the Spartans. Playing with a shutout here. And Chris Collinsworth broke that play down coming back out of the half. I mean, you barely saw. I mean, I didn't see enough with the naked eye, but I mean, you saw it like when he looked back to the snapper, it looked like he just let out a breath. It was about as much as he moved.
Yeah.
And I don't know who it was that blocked it, but he comes running in and made Bill Belichick look like a genius. If he didn't, if he would have been too soon, then we wouldn't be talking about it.
You could see on the all-22. You could see on the all-22. There was one of the sky cameras. It was kind of in the way, and it was kind of like over top of the helmet of the holder. And because the camera was there, when he let the breath out, you could see the holder's head move. I mean, 1/8 of an inch just downwards. Like you said, it looked like he was just taking a breath out, and that was enough for Bill Belichick to be able to get a block kick out of that.
2.5 minutes left here. That one kick is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 here at the 35 for the Lumberjacks. Maybe trying to save face a little bit, maybe score a touchdown to make the score not look so bad, but Oakwood.
Brendan Schooler, number 41 for the Patriots.
Starters, defense in. A few subs. Number 12's in the game. Kid that had a good JV game last week.
There's a nice run up the middle for the Lumberjacks.
Got the ball to 41. Yards to go 4. We got about 3 more plays.
Here's a
minute 42 remaining.
Valley View band is going wild. Or is that the Oakwood? That's the Oakwood band.
No, it's Valley View. It's down here in front of the student section.
Oh, okay.
Another nice run. Louderback
staying in this game. Takes a hit there.
Out to the 48 of the Spartans.
Shot. First down, Oakwood. 48.
That Valley View, I believe that we have one chant now.
That's kind of late starting this one.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for the Oakwood response, but there's no Oakwood fans over there to respond.
The student section, what's left is
they have one of my favorite responses.
They rode with the team.
I have one of my favorite responses though. If you haven't been here in years past to remember, it is. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. You guys will work for us someday.
7-17, whatever.
Their words, not ours.
Get over it. If they snap it, it's the last play. I don't care.
Oakwood, Louderback looking to throw to the far sideline, and it is hauled in at the 30, tackled inbounds. Let's see, does Oakwood take a timeout there? No, they're not going to. That one is going to do it. Valley View will win 49-0 over the Oakwood Lumberjacks in a scoring onslaught that started early and happened often for the Spartans.
And you know, Jared, this Valley View team, we see it all the time. They make it so hard on teams to be able to come out with a win. The offense comes out, it just starts scoring a ton in the first quarter, and they don't slow down to the final bell.
That that one is going to do it. I think we are in agreement. Anthony Valenti.
Yep, player of the game.
Player of the game.
3
At
touchdowns.
least 3 scoring touchdowns.
He had 4 because he had the rushing touchdown at the very end as well.
He did. So that one is going to do it. Player of the game, Anthony Valenti for the Spartans. We will see you next week as the Fairmont Firebirds take on the Miamisburg Vikings in our game of the week for week number 7. For the rest of the Miami Valley Communications crew, Jared Bergstrom and Andy Horton in the booth.
That's all, folks.
All right, here with player of the game, Anthony Valenti. Anthony, 4 touchdowns tonight. First off, what do you have to say about that?
Just great job by my teammates doing everything that our coaches asked us to do. I think it was just a good overall team win.
What momentum does this build, a dominating win over a rival? What does it build towards the rest of the season?
I think it's a great league win, and it shows everyone else in our league that we're here, and we mean it. We're not here to play around.
And then you got 4 games left against 4 teams that have winning records. What does that stretch feel like?
It's all about preparation. We're going to do our best to prepare for them, and we're not going to take any of them lightly.
All right, thank you. Congrats on the game.
Thank you.
Here with Spartans head coach King. Coach, first off, what does this win mean?
It's just good on homecoming to have a good showing, and the kids played hard and executed like we wanted them to, and how they practiced. And so I'm glad that we could come out and do that for everybody.
And our player of the game, Anthony Valenti, 4 touchdowns tonight. What do you have to say about him?
Great kid, works his tail off. It's great to see it when he's successful. Yep, you're always rooting for Anthony.
And we were talking about your schedule during the end of that game. You got 3 out of your final 4 games against teams with winning records. What does a win like this, A, say to them, but also B, it puts in your mind that you can take on anybody?
Yeah, I think it's nice to come out and I think we executed how we wanted to execute, and so that's a confidence thing for us moving forward. Whoever we got to keep getting better. So working to reach our potential every day, and the tough end of the back of our schedule here.
All right, thank you. Congrats. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thanks.